As a final moment in the drama of the burial of Alexey Navalny, Anatoly and Ludmila, his mother and father, kissed him on the forehead before sealing the coffin at the cemetery, and then thousands of people filed past and sprinkled earth on the coffin, and the sheer number of people is simply astonishing. The crowd of people in the street outside the cemetery with flowers, and I think it would have been impossible really to arrest that number of people. This was like one of the actions that he had arranged when he was alive. The church in Marino, in the neighborhood where he had lived before he was poisoned with Novichok in 2020, buried in Barisovsky Cemetery, and the crowds that gathered around the church, the long line on the street leading to the graveyard, people carrying flowers, the mood perhaps more political than mournful, and the chanting, Navalny, Putin is a murderer, no war, Yulia, we're with you. And the small group of people who were allowed into the church. But most of Navalny's family now live in exile, were unable to attend the funeral. Navalny wrote on social media, Lyosha, thank you for 26 years of pure happiness. Even the last 3 years for your love, your support, making me laugh even from prison, always thinking about me. I don't know how to live without you. But I'll try to make you happy and proud of me up there. Oleg Navalny, sleep well, brother. Don't worry about a thing. One of the priests followed the coffin out of the church. And as the coffin was lowered into the ground, Frank Sinatra and the final moments terminated too. It's, he was very young, really, to have died. Dmitry Peskov said the Kremlin had nothing to say. Well, its silence was extremely vocal. We remind you there's a law and it needs to be observed. Any unsanctioned gatherings will be against the law, so anyone who takes part in them will be held responsible under the law. What else was going on? People were scared. People were scared, but they were defiant. And in the days immediately following his arrest, when people were trying to lay flowers, 400 people were arrested. And then there was the business about trying to hand over his body. And now, quite suddenly, the funeral has gone off without very much opposition from the government. Maybe they're just grateful that it's passed. But this is a low point, even for Mr. Putin. It's a really low point.